Today's Ask Me Anything comes to us from Heather in Florida, who wants to know from real life examples, Dr. Chuck, how has taking better care of a person's oral health had an impact on their overall health?
There are many, many examples we have of that, but I'll pull one out for you. This is Alice. She was on dialysis. They were having a hard time stopping the bleeding when they would unhook her from the dialysis machine. Her medications weren't working. She didn't have any pep in her step. She was an artist, but she hadn't wanted to draw for the last 2 years. Finally, she had a toothache. So made an appointment, came in. You didn't have to have DMD by your name to realize she had a disaster in her mouth. It was a horrible, horrible mouth. We ended up taking out all of her teeth except for two. I was able to save two to make a lower partial. So the treatment was we put her on antibiotics, got the infection under control, removed these horrible teeth that were in there. And again, you didn't have to have DMD by your name. Anybody could look and say, oh my gosh, that's terrible. Remove that within 3 weeks. After getting the bad teeth out, within 3 weeks, no more problems unhooking her from the dialysis. Her medications were working better. She had pep in her step. She's back to doing her artwork, which she hasn't done in a long time. And what treatment did we do? All we did was remove the bacteria, remove the infection that was in her mouth going through her whole body. And what concerns me the most is this Alice had been seeing physicians on a regular basis for years, and not one of them noticed this disaster in her mouth. If they would have just noticed that disaster and said, hey, you need to get your mouth taken care of, she would have been a lot more comfortable, a lot healthier, a lot happier for years. But instead, it took a toothache to get her to see a dentist, and that solved many of her other problems. So today she's still on dialysis, but feeling much, much better. So that's a real example. And we need to include the mouth. Physicians, please include the mouth when evaluating someone's health.